Good morning, and welcome to Rise and Shine with me, your meditation guide and host, Robert. This is a special meditation that we're going to be having for several reasons, but two in particular are that this is the last of 2020 that we'll be having, and we're looking forward to bringing in the new year. I encourage you to bring in the new year in meditation, and hopefully you can use this again for just that purpose. Now, as we look forward to the new year, many people are considering taking up goals, looking back at 2020, looking at the difficulties and the mistakes that were made, and looking to where they can improve. And I think it's important that we keep a positive mental disposition about the coming year. We know that many have been challenged. My family as well in particular have been challenged. But we go on with such grace and happiness in our hearts despite the things that have happened. And we believe that that is the gift that our all internal spirit gives us. And that is the gift that continues to abound in everyone's life. It is truly your own grace. So I encourage you to keep in mind that truth, that you are highly blessed and you have a lot to look forward to, and that there is no such thing as failure. Now, going into the subject for this meditation, I wanted to discuss something that I've seen often. I'm on Facebook from time to time, and I follow many kinds of spiritual groups. I have many friends who are of spiritual communities, and there's always this discussion about manifestation. And that's a very important topic for us here in the West, because we no longer have to take the path of renunciates. That path was a necessary path because we needed to find out what is most important. But for us who have all these responsibilities that we have, family, work, social life, health, it's important for us to see how we can go about it in a more spiritual way. And we realize that in order to do that, we have to manifest. We're manifesting all the time anyway, so how can we manifest what we really want? Now, one of the things I've seen is there's much that has been written about manifestation, many books, and yet I find that there's one thing that's missing. I was reading posts on Facebook. Someone was trying to manifest something or has been reading these manifestation books, and yet they seem to only encounter problems. Now, I could have easily said what many people comment and say, oh, it's just your disposition, you're lacking faith. And well, how is that any different from the prosperity gospel? Mind you, I believe the prosperity gospel works. But what's missing really is this one component, and that is magnetizing yourself. If you're attracting things, and you want to put out the right energies. That's how you're going to bring what you want, because you're bringing things anyway. So if you're noticing that the things that you're manifesting are not really what you want, recognize this. Number one, you're manifesting due to your subconscious primarily. So what's coming to you are things that you need to work through first before you can magnetize the things that you'll need or that you want that are beneficial. I wish to remind you that the universe does not function in a very linear way. We live in a giant world where many energies and things are happening simultaneously, but it's all perfect. And so if you want to bring in what you really want, you have to magnetize yourself. So how do we do this? Well, this is what I call the keys to proper manifestation. Manifesting or magnetizing yourself to manifest what you want. And there's 4 key things. That's what I break it down to. 4 key things. Now I'm going to cover the more complex one first. And that is abstain from negative energy. Abstain from negative energy. This means people, actions and behaviors, and entertainment. There are negative energies all around us. Sometimes we're not even aware because it's been such a habit. But some of those things can include foul language, inappropriate jokes, or sexually explicit jokes. Even if someone around you is telling them, and we don't feel offended, which we shouldn't either, that's also a negative energy. We could just remove ourselves from there. That's important for us to do. We have to avoid and abstain from negative energy and people. Now, of course, if you're living in a home that's toxic and you want a way out, sometimes you can manifest this. Whether you take this through meditation or prayer, there is a way out. And you can go within through meditation to find the answer. You will get that guidance. And all the meditation that we do will bring this about. It's taking the time to ask your God self, that inner power and spirit, to bring about what you need. And that's done through meditation. But we need to do the basics, and that is abstain from negative energy. Now, it's not just enough to abstain from these negative energies. We also have to bring up positive energies. And that is by reading self-help books or spiritual books. This kind of information can help us to change our minds and perspective. If you're meditating with me this morning, then you are doing just that, but you have to continue to do that. It also means associating with good and wholesome people who are open-minded. You know, these are people who are willing to learn, who don't believe that they know everything, but are sure of themselves and confident, and who are willing to open their hearts. So that's important for us to do. We have to take in good things. If we're going to watch a program, let's not watch things that raise up our emotions. In fact, I think TV is something that you should get rid of, frankly. I don't watch television. Neither does my wife. We feel that when a person is watching television, they're getting involved emotionally, suddenly there's a crash. And there's this sense that you're not living your life because you're actually watching other people living life. And your brain does something. You start to feel for that other person. You put yourself in their shoes and you get excited or you get joyous. And this is good because it means you're learning. But if you do this a lot, just simply for the sake of entertainment, your body's going to recognize that your life seems by comparison humdrum. And you will not enjoy the benefit that is your life, your job, your relationships, the people around you. You will see them as not enough. And that's a real problem. So we have to be in control of our emotions. And that means cutting off ourselves from these energies that drain us eventually. So we have to abstain from negative energy and then take in positive, wholesome things, because that's what's going to help us mentally. Next then is eating healthy. This is the second of the 4, eating healthy. Now, based on our culture in the West, there are many things that are brought to our attention as far as foods are concerned. I'm not specific. I think there's so much variation and so much knowledge out there that's really up to you. But your motivation should be to be healthier. So vegetarianism is good. Veganism is good. I personally don't think you have to remove meat entirely. I think that it's okay to be a lacto-ovo or a pescatarian if that's okay with you. But the key is moderation. That's the key. I would also say to avoid daily consumption of stimulants and depressants. Stimulants such as chocolates, coffee. Now, America runs on coffee, trust me. I personally drank coffees beginning at the age of 8, and it wasn't until recently where that started to die down. Now I don't drink coffee at all, but I could tell you the story of how I felt when I weaned off the coffee. It was horrible. I felt like I had a cold for almost 2 weeks. And this was just because I needed to get it entirely out of my body. And I'm so happy that I have done that. So we have to avoid stimulants and depressants, as well as sugary foods. Foods that are processed, things like this, it's okay from time to time. But it's better if we have whole foods and if we cook with less oils. Baking is something that I suggest. It's just to eat overall healthy. Also, eating enough. Eat calories, or enough calories for the day. That means to keep it, if you're a man, up to 1,800 to 2,000 calories. For women, it can be up to, I say, 1,600 to 1,800 calories. And you can do your own research about how many calories your body needs. I would suggest that you look into a BMR calculator. There are many online. They'll ask you some quick questions, ask you about your height and current weight, what your lifestyle is like, and usually they'll give you this idea of how much your body actually burns by itself. And that can be the limit that you get in order to maintain your current weight. But if you're overweight, I encourage you to get on an exercise program and lose weight. So that goes into the third part, exercise. If you're going to magnetize, you also have to have a good body. This is your temple after all. Now what I recommend is any kind of exercise is good, as long as it's challenging, you break a sweat, and at least do it for 30 minutes daily. That's it. Exercise. You can do hatha yoga if you want. It can be push-ups, crunches if you're doing body weight exercises, or even lifting weights. The point is to become physically in shape. So exercise, it's good for you. The chemicals that are stimulating your brain are very good and charge you. And the last one, point 4, is to meditate. Meditate every day, at least for 20 minutes. Now personally myself, I meditate 3 times a day. And I do many kinds of meditations, many forms of meditation. But I do have my particular favorites. I do japa meditation, so I have a rosary, and I repeat a mantra 108 times. There are different ones. I may change them from each meditation, or however my heart compels, however that inner God compels me, that is what I use. And those are the 4. So here are the 4 again. The keys to proper manifestation through magnetizing yourself. Abstain from negative energy and take in good positive energy. Eat healthy. Get exercise, 30 minutes daily, and then meditate every day for at least 20 minutes. And now that we've discussed this, we'll go ahead with our time left and begin our meditation. So I'll ask you to find a place that's quiet if you're already there, and to sit, whether on the floor, cross-legged, or just in a chair. Plant your feet on the ground, and you can rest your hands in your lap or on your knees. And sometimes what I do is I I just pinch my fingers, my index finger and my thumb together, and I lay them on my lap. And you don't have to close your eyes entirely. You can leave them partially open if you like, while looking at the ground. And we'll begin with 3 deep breaths. In, out. In, out. In and out. Now that we've relaxed somewhat, I want you to draw attention to your breath, your inhalation and exhalation. You don't have to change your breath at all. Just pay attention to the sensation of your body as you breathe. Feel the areas that expand. Just notice the sensation. Is it your stomach, your abdomen, your shoulders? Just draw attention to the body. With every breath, you're becoming more and more calm, more yourself. And now draw attention to the center of your chest. There you will notice a feeling. And imagine that feeling inside as a round sun, just rotating. The sun emits light, and you are that light. This is the seat of your soul, of your inner spirit. It's a beautiful light. Every precious and beautiful quality is there. It itself is love, is you. You are love. And that sensation, that feeling of love, oh, you can just increase it if you want, just even if it brings a smile to your face. And we're going to take this light and expand it. Visualize the light within traveling down from your heart, going down to your abdomen, down to your hips, down past your groin into your legs, down to your knees, your shin and calves, your ankles, down to your very feet, all the way into the toes. This light has also extended down your arms, to your shoulders, down to your elbows, your forearms, wrists, down to the palms of your hands and into your fingers. The light has gone up your neck as well, into your jaw, your lips, your nose, your eyes, ears, and envelops all the way up to the crown of your head. A perfect being of light. Maintaining this focus now, say with me, I am the living light. I am the living light. I am the living light. Know this, that whenever you say I am, whatever you attach to that, you become. This is the key to manifestation. But you have to come to a place of deep serenity, peace, and love, which is always within you. It is your home. It is who you are. Feeling your heart, knowing your true self. Anything you attach to the words I am, you manifest. We have acknowledged that we are the living light. Now, in harmony with our discussion, I am magnetized here and now, manifesting all I need and desire. I am magnetized here and now, manifesting all I need and desire. I am magnetized here and now, manifesting all I need and desire. I am magnetized here and now, manifesting all I need and desire. I am magnetized here and now, manifesting all I need and desire. I am magnetized here and now, manifesting all I need and desire. I am magnetized here and now, manifesting all I need and desire. Now we can enter meditation. Bring attention to the body. Open your eyes. You can begin to move if you like. And I thank you for joining me. You guys stay blessed.